Hi guys, Alex here. It's not often that I am going to ask for audience participation, but today I am. I got in a fight, or a tiff, I guess you could call it, with a girlfriend the other day, and it was over plastic surgery, believe it or not. And most of you know that I am a altered human being. I have fake boobs, and that's it. Haven't had the money to do anything else yet. But I am of the opinion that you can do whatever you want to do to your body and have more than enough love for yourself in the meantime. You can still love yourself and do whatever you want to do to yourself. Your body is your temple. Treat it accordingly. And every temple is different. We aren't a people who prescribe to one religion or one faith that visit a temple that means one thing to everybody. Everybody's temple is unique to themselves. So why would we all treat it the same way? We don't. We won't ever. So for myself, I love myself so much. I really do. And some days it's harder to do than others. You know, of course I always have the days where I look in the mirror and I'm like, girl, we could do some shit today to you to make you look better. Rough. AKA, you look rough. But overall, I am stoked with myself. I'm going on 30 and I feel like I look pretty damn good. As a mom, I didn't get any stretch marks. You know, there are things that I don't like. I have cellulite just like any other woman in the world. Those of you who don't have cellulite, don't even want to talk to you. But I do have cellulite on my butt, but who cares? Do I want to get injections of Botox into these like forehead craters? Of course, and I will when I can afford it. Would I eventually get Juvederm in my marionette lines? That's what those are called right there. Yeah, but guess what? I'm an esthetician as well, and I do chemical peels on people's faces. I do microdermabrasion on people's faces. People's faces are their first impression to the world. People care about what they look like in general, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that you should be able to care, not care, put as much time and effort into whatever it is that you want to, whatever makes you happy. And do I think what my friend thinks is right? Absolutely not. And what is it that she thinks? She thinks that if you alter yourself in any way, in a medical setting, that you don't have self-love, that it's not possible to have one with the other. And it really blew me away that was her mindset. And I said, you know, I didn't get my boobs because I wanted them, granted. And she's like, oh, well, you know, you don't really count. And I'm like, okay, well, but I did at one point want them, and I'm not terribly upset that I have them. I mean, when they're like this, they look good, right? Maybe not all the time. But I do want to get injections of Botox. And she's like, well, that means you're vain. And how dare you tell people that you can empower women and do all these things and love yourself when you can't? And I said, they're not exclusive to each other. Self-love and your self-preservation could go hand in hand, okay? It's entirely possible. And I really don't like body shaming. If your body is something you've altered, good for you. If you have the money to do it and it makes you happy, good for you. If you had the money to do it and you didn't like the results like me, good for you. Honestly, get the money you need and fix it. And if you like growing hair under your armpits because it makes you feel like more of a woman, good for you. If you like having hairy legs as a woman and using period blood collection cups like a stone hard hippie like some of my other friends, good for you. Whatever makes you feel good, that's what I'm trying to say. And you don't have to give up one of those things to have love for yourself. Absolutely not. You know, there was definitely a time in my life where I had no love for myself, where I was at the bottom of self-respect for me. And that was when I was allowing my ex-husband to lay his hands on me. When I was in an abusive relationship. When I let his perspective of me be what I saw about myself. I'm emancipated from that. I am all woman, all the way, who I am, and I'm a mom. So to say that I don't have self-love just really blew me away, and it kind of got on my nerves, and I really wanted to put it out there that I think that you can have both. And that's my opinion, and she stated that that is absolutely not true and that it's a fact. She said, well, it's not my opinion, it's a fact that you can't have both. You cannot love yourself if you alter yourself. Okay. It's not a fact. So I'm interested by everybody's opinions out there, so please comment in the sections below. Let me know your opinion. I'm not going to say that anybody's opinion is a fact, because they're not. But what do you feel? What is your perspective? What is your opinion? You know, another thing that I'm contemplating is when does female nudity become objectifying versus art? Does being naked on camera mean you have no self-respect, or does it mean that you embrace your body? You know, these are things that I think as women we should talk more openly about. Our bodies are beautiful, and we need to be comfortable talking and doing things with them. So this subject I wanted to put out there, and I want to hear you guys' comments below. So comment, let me know what you think. Even if you think it's going to be pissing me off, I don't care. I'm over it, whatever. And subscribe to my channel so we can talk more about crazy shit like this. Alright? Love you guys!